I was fucking exhausted, and I was just like, yeah, my day's just going shit. And now I find out that I have to like present face, and I feel so fucking dumb.
It's all good. Everyone in the chat is, give some hearts for our boy Zane.
Yeah, they're sympathetic. So right now we have the lobby up. We're just waiting on Zane.
Yes, I'm coming.
Can you give me a chat that I should join so as to give you an invite?
I just added you as a friend.
Perfect, perfect.
So is this like a grudge match or anything? Can we make it a grudge match?
Dude, yeah, let's just forge all the narratives.
About Porky, actually.
I just want to know, I'm looking at epic pants right here, and I'm wondering what makes these pants so epic,
Ooh.
Like, because I haven't seen anything impressive from them,
Ouch.
And all I'm saying is this guy better shock the pants off of me in an epic fashion, or else I'm gonna go say what everybody else is afraid to say. They're a bust. All right, they're a bust in this league unless they come out here and they ball out tonight.
True.
We're coming out here swinging, folks. Jesus Christ. Cover your ears, hide your children.
Cover your children, hide your ears.
We waiting on players, or are they?
Alrighty, well, I have informed the players that we are ready to go, and we're going to hear from them real quick.
Ooh.
Let's get this train on the road, baby. TNA is ready to go. Epic Pants. Oh, it looks like everybody's ready. Let's get right into this match. No delays at all, baby.
I'm excited. Some casting, some Tomb of the Spider Queen. Honestly, guys, this is like my favorite map, I think. I love all like the individual rotations. I feel like it really comes down to like a lot of individual player like rotation skill. Like, what do you guys think about this map?
I feel like this is the best map for macro-oriented teams to show that they're better at macro than the other team. Like, you'll see it the most obviously when one team gets ahead on this map, they stay ahead because their waves are just always pushed.
True.
And when it comes to me, and I think of the Tomb of the Spider Queen, the very first thing I'm thinking of is like vision control. Like I would talk to Cavalier Guest, and this is a map where he would even talk about running Rexar with Flare, because he's got that 100% vision uptime ward at level 1. Zane, I'm sure you could talk about that. We were both coached by the man.
Love running that.
Yeah, exactly. Like the vision control, and macro feeds into vision control, Waves are like little wards just running down the lane every 30 seconds. And if you've got all the minions and they don't, you have the vision and they don't. You have the rotations and they don't. So I'm definitely thinking about vision control, this is not the most competitive match compared to CCL. Are we going to see some ninja turn-ins? What's the vision control look like? What's the ganks on bot lane look like? I want to see what happens.
Yeah, I feel like I'm going to be prioritizing whoever has better wave clear. Because I just generally feel like whoever's got the best wave clear on Tomb generally wins out. Because when they're pushing, they get more value. And when they're defending, they don't take as much damage. So it's like, I generally feel like the heavy wave clear compositions on Tomb are the easiest to run. And, the easiest to run compositions are generally the best, right? Because it opens up the most win conditions and ability for you to actually end up winning the game.
And I like what you're saying about easy to run, because I think that's, until you're even like master 5K, grandmaster, whatever, I think that what should be at the forefront of your mind is ease of execution. What's going to make this easy for ourselves? We're not out here balling. I do actually see a Medivh main. I know Porky plays for the left side there, known for his Medivh, but I think that a big part of it is just making it easy for yourself and just think like, what do we know we can slam every time,
True. Speaking of Anna coming out with the Sleep Dart, as well as maybe a mage paired up with this, some sort of Gul'dan, Kael'thas. Okay, they are going to go ETC. Pretty strong kill comp there. I mean, those two heroes, ETC side with the, anti-grenade, as well as the... I mean, what do you guys think? I think Anna's like super solid here. A really good one too on this map.
As a tank player who dies off CD to Anna W, I'm a big fan of that hero. I just really enjoy interacting with her when I'm on Diablo or Garrosh or ETC. Oh, you know what? Every tank, actually. I just have so much fun interacting with Anna. I love that hero.
You go back far enough on my Twitter feed and you'll find plenty of rage posts about that hero. I have opinions about Anna. But particularly, I was wondering, Zane, if you could offer us your tank expertise. How do you feel about this early ETC right into that Johanna pick?
I'm not a huge fan of it. It's a downtrade. ETC is weaker into Johanna typically. You have a lot of techs you can pull on Johanna to mess with an ETC. When you see a power slide coming, you can press W on Johanna and basically cancel the power slide. There's no chance of him ever landing a mosh if the Joe's doing her job right. And there's no mage in the game that can follow up an ETC enough to pressure a Johanna in an early game of Tomb, right? And Tomb games typically come down to the early game because there are very, very few amateur teams who know how to play from behind. Especially like in these kind of rankings, playing from behind is extremely difficult. So it's all about getting ahead and staying ahead. And I think with a Johanna Greymane Stukov, I think left side team is looking a lot more poised for that.
Yeah, and it looks like the draft is going to be... Okay, Mephisto.
There's your mage right there.
Okay, one initial thought, they don't have that much wave clear. Like compared to the Johanna Greymane Stukov, I think I like the Mephisto in team fights later on. I'm just worried they may get a bit out macroed. I mean, because like if they pick like a Leoric here, right? They could kind of run the map over. What do we think?
Yeah, I mean, I was just gonna bring that up. You know, you touched on the wave clear yourself. Johanna, notably the highest wave clear tank in the game, I believe, and not really great alternatives on the other side, and even a wave clear offlane and Leoric picked up by Cavalier Guest just now. I think that this has to be an unstable poison pickup for Sylvanas. She's got to go ahead and get that in and explode those minions. Otherwise, I think that Divehard is just going to find themselves on the back foot the entire game. Let's see, what are we going to get out of our last pickup here? Can they fix the wave clear position situation just a little bit from the offlane?
Maybe a D. Okay, they're gonna go with the URL. I like the URL here. I mean, I would say going into it, initial impressions, I think the left side is gonna have the easier to run composition just because they do have so much wave clear, Chromie to stall turn-ins. But I definitely feel like that URL coming out, if we see the URL get a good rotate, maybe get a flank on the Stukov, Greymane, boop them in, I think there's a lot of kill pressure threat for, you know, the red team. I really feel like it's gonna come down to which team executes better on their composition. Do we want to do predictions?
I'm calling it.
Are we going to talk about the Chromie that went to the third round without being contested?
True.
We're going to talk about the Junkrat that wasn't contested at all.
Hey, you know what? Junkrat, he's wave clearing. Who needs wave clear on Tomb of the Spider Queen? Who needs vision control on Tomb of the Spider Queen? I think it's lame and overrated, and so do the players. So, yeah, this is pretty wild, but like Michael said, looking for those predictions. I'm all about the ease of execution. I'm all about the macro game. I'm taking left side TNA every time.
I would agree. I think left side. They have so much wave clear, and Chromie's just gonna stall all of the turn-ins for the side of the red team, and I feel like they're gonna get out macroed.
I personally, completely unbiased here, right? Just straightforward opinion. Really want to see Cavalier Guest get dumpstered. So right side, please.
Wow,
Fair.
and that's crazy because I don't think you two have any prior experience with each other whatsoever, so that's kind of out of left field.
We definitely aren't running an educational Patreon right now, and I definitely don't complain about him delaying scripts every single goddamn day.
Yo, I'm having trouble remembering. What's that educational stream and YouTube channel called again?
Sorry, this is just too funny. Thank you, Mockery. It's patreon.com/Nexus Schoolhouse for anybody interested in educational content. By myself and Cavalier Guest, mostly me. I do all the work, let's be honest.
Alrighty, early on into this game, aggressive time trap onto Epic Pants right here. Ooh, Leoric being forced to back off, and another power slide on the Greymane Coffee, and everybody's gonna be okay for right now. No first bloods.
I immediately have lost all confidence I had in left team because it took them that long to clear the wave, and Johanna's first condemn wasn't used on wave.
I concur a bit, you know, like, but good trap coming out here by Porky, actually allowing him to get a little bit of damage into Epic Pants to slide. You see going in Johanna, no unstoppable, gonna be forced to kite out. I mean, both teams just kind of content brawling here. Porky and Tarskis gonna go towards the mid lane. I'm pretty sure I just butchered that name. It's all good.
Tarask, I think, is Kyle Ferguson, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was my teammate in CCL Season 1 alongside ZaneHyde, but it's a shame that season never happened.
No, see, that didn't happen. I wasn't there. I was not present. I have no recollection of said event.
We definitely didn't get bodied to go completely winless throughout the entire season. I have no idea why you'd say
didn't
that.
Feed to a Garrosh 8 times on Jaina.
Exactly, didn't happen.
Like watching Mockery, I'm like, he's gonna cue that Garrosh any second now. He's gonna cue that Garrosh any second now. Oh, Garrosh press T.
So anyway, I'm feeling very cyberbullied and attacked right now. We're not seeing. Hold on a second. King Andrew actually starting the bruiser camp right now.
Grayman in the bot lane though actually took out the siege. You know, during all the Mokri flame, hiding. Making his way downtown, takes out the siege camp. Pretty good, and we'll probably go take out his knights here as well, which will equal up the mid lane pressure. So we see about half a level for the blue team.
I think the right side team could have like really snowballed ahead right there by sending their Leoric to take the bruiser camp with the cleave and Sylvanas disabling, and just send Mephisto to defend bot. Like, I think they could have gotten much further ahead than they are right now just off of that, because they have priority on bruiser camp right now. So they're gonna have a little bit of wave control in the center until that left side camp gets capped and starts pushing by itself.
What do you mean by priority with the night camp?
If you have priority with the night camp, you have time to get your gems in before the enemy does, and potentially get to the first one just a little bit faster.
Gotcha.
And like the first few gens are always like, it comes right down to the wire, right? Whichever team has missed the fewest, and like it's 40 to 38 right now, right? So there's very, very little difference between the two teams in terms of how many gems they have. So getting those first few turn-ins, especially the big ones on the tanks, like ETC has 18 gems, Johanna has 20 gems, right? That's like the entire economy of those two teams. And then the rest of the gems are all on the offlaners, 12 and 15 for Leo and Urel respectively.
I gotta say, speaking of the offlaners, Cavalier Guest actually in a little bit of trouble right now. Tin making a visit. He wraith walks right on out of there. He's gonna be okay. Much to ZaneHyde's dismay, Cavalier Guest is all right for now.
Fight the escape. I mean, but during all of that, lots of drops topside. They get 34 gems in. I mean, speaking about the first turn that Zane was talking about, using this night pressure as well, looking for the mid wall. King Andrew heading back. I mean, I feel like they could pressure a bit harder here, actually, to maybe hit the buildings, but it looks like they are just going to back off, look for a turn in.
Yep, Coffee's dumping his 2 gems in the back, and also combined with Cavalier Guest. Actually, Cavalier Guest has it alone, and that's first web weavers of the game going over to the side of TNA on the blue team.
So that comes down to the vision control that Mockery was talking about earlier on. If you don't have vision on bot side, you don't know what the Leoric is doing, or if you don't see him on the map, you should just immediately assume he's trying to turn in his gems.
Yeah, just anytime, that's something that I love to tell people, is anytime somebody's off the map, anytime you don't know what somebody's doing, you gotta know something's up. Are they ganking me? Are they turning in? Are they doing a camp? And if you go and you look at that map and you understand by process of elimination, okay, the camps aren't up. Okay, they've got gems. They're not in a position to gank me, they're probably turning in. These are things that you can figure out based on what you have available to you just on the mini-map, which is, surprise, surprise, not a paid DLC service. Although some Storm League players may treat it as such. And we see blue side taking out bot fort for the first fort of the game 5 minutes into this game.
Interesting build coming out from the Mephisto here. A little too much int in the interesting. In that I never see Q build Mephisto. I don't particularly believe that is appropriate for the situation. I really would have liked to see Spite just to help complement their wave clear a little bit and get them pushing waves individually.
Control 1 under Aliobs, or you can just press tab and go to talents. Gotcha.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, that's so much better.
Yeah, and I've talked to a lot of Mephisto mates. I don't play too much of him myself. I know Spite on this map with all those globes, that can be a lot of extra wave clear, a lot of extra early game, and you talked about games being decided in the early game. Bit of a puzzling pickup, but that's all right. And we see Johanna going in with the Iron Skin here. What's going on here, Michael?
Oh, Epic Pants, ETC sliding in. Kai Berry's on the Stuke up, trying to cut out big slowing stands coming out by Porky. Tin gonna be slowed out. Good sleep by Toasty Sponge. Coffee looking to cut out her big damage coming out by Porky on that Chromie, and both teams are just gonna walk away during all of this. Cav Gas in the bot lane does take out the siege camp. Both, teams. Oh, and they stalled the turn in. Really big from Kyle Ferguson there.
I gotta say, it's absolutely huge that blue team was able to get that off. Not too committally, just backing off, making sure they're safe. Hold on, I may have spoken too soon. Coffee, he's actually gonna be okay. Peeling, slowing sands. Kai Berries is right there to make sure he's gonna be all right. Oh, the 10 is coming up soon. Coffee maybe finding himself a little bit too deep, gets power slid.
Oh, that was not the stun synergy you were looking for. You're supposed to knock the target towards your DPS.
Whereabouts are you going? What are you doing?
To the respawn, apparently.
Big fan.
Taking the slow way back to the Hall of Storms as blue team picks up another kill. Red team licking their wounds a little bit, backing out to their cleared lanes, taking those bruiser camps. Oh, and hold on, what's this 1v1 between Toasty Sponge and Cav Guest? Not gonna lead to a Cav Guest kill. Again, sorry, Zane, as we see blue side move up to the boss.
Cav was kind of hinting there, was he not? I mean, he's just like split pushing bot wall.
It is
I feel
Cav.
like
He drew the entire enemy team to the bot side of the right map, though, so they're far away from bot. So even when they hit their 10 spike, they're not going to be there in time.
well, like his team got 5v forward, you know? Like, I don't know. It's just,
Whereabouts checking in. Oh, plus his shield, the anti-synergy with the time trap. Whereabouts still. Oh, the interrupts from the condemned. Tarask is nutty.
She actually took,
Entomb?
oh no, she had our defender. She had it available as well.
All right, Cavalier
the
Ghost,
huge
deep
burst,
Entomb,
the
huge mush.
Oh, the 3
Oh.
but the silence. The Stukov silence. And everyone on blue team, Kyle Ferguson's gonna fall. And a Toasty Sponge sniping.
Alrighty, Toasty
Eye of
Sponge.
Horus with a Sylvanas and Mephisto. Ladies and gentlemen, you've seen it all.
Okay. Some very interesting choices coming out tonight. Very interesting indeed. I said nothing. Blue team is getting close to another turn in right here. My caster math tells me that they're just a few off at the moment. I'm not even going to go for a specific number and have everyone laughing at me. Red side, hold on a second. Where's the vision control? Are they going to get their web weavers?
Easy Kalapa. Before 13 too. This is actually a really good opportunity for the red team. If they're able to push this in, get their waves, Urel going bottom.
Hey, Dark Sun,
they
thank you
could
for the
get a
sub,
fight
by
here
the way.
before 13, and this could really be the turnaround snowball, because if they win a team fight, if they get a 4, they can potentially chain this into a second turn-in.
Yeah, absolutely. And I gotta say, with the Sylvanas, that gives you so much capability to just, anytime you get a nice lead, to amplify that. Anytime you get an opportunity, you amplify that. You can be aggressive. You can shut down these buildings and make a move. We could see something happen here, although without the nano boost, I'm a little bit skeptical.
Oh, ETC. Dude,
Oh, it's a 2-man time stop.
that's like the 4th one this game, right?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I believe that just dive hard right here. You know, they operate by the buddy system. You never rotate without your buddy. You gotta hold hands anywhere you go. King Andrew finding himself caught a little bit. Blessed Shield not connecting. Follows up with the Wailing Arrow. Nobody's dead yet. Coffee in the middle of the red team. Oh. Double time trap is gonna make sure that he's okay. Coffee's still trying to get out, actually. Whereabouts? Not a lot of mana chasing him down. Looks like they're all okay for now.
Oh. Johanna gonna get slid. After Smash just gonna kite out, but bot lane, guys, during all of this, the Spider getting the entire fort, opening up the map really for the red team.
I gotta say, Cavalier Guest is absolutely slacking. I don't know who taught that guy how to macro, how to play the map. If he has any kind of educational role, he should be fired, if you ask me. Really disappointing stuff.
It's okay, he's not making enough money to justify being fired at this stage.
Tarask's Iron Skin is down, he's getting run down, but slowing Sands is kind of difficult to go through, turns out. Tin's still making an aggressive move forward, and hey, that's more Q stacks for Quest.
He's scaling out of his mind. Oh. Andrew going for the 13 turn in. Level 13 still not achieved for the red team, but they may be taking a fight here. Cav Guest with the big entomb. Johanna with the Stukov silence. Kai Berries with the follow-up, allowing them to kill the Mephisto as well as the ETC King Andrew. King Andrew's down, and it looks like they might potentially get whereabouts here. Cav Guest wants more, wants Toasty Sponge as well. That's 19 gems. If they can get this Anna, if they get the Urel as well, that would be a very difficult game to come back. Does he get the gems? Well, okay.
All right, good move, whereabouts. I feel like blue team could have done a little bit more to defend those gems on the ground with 4 members of the red side dead. And I gotta say, just after watching that fight, the one word I have to describe this blue team is annoying. I looked in that fight, I saw an entomb, I saw a slowing sands, and I saw a lurking arm all on the same 2 players at the same time, and I thought to myself, I would just uninstall if I got hit by that, because dear God, that sounds like the most frustrating experience ever. This is a game so far. These team fights are spicy.
Yeah, big fan of the DIY level 20 entomb at level 13.
If you don't have Buried Alive, store-bought is fine.
Levels.
We have Buried Alive at home. Buried Alive at home. Picture of Stukov.
This is really scary for the red team. They're about to get double turn in. They might be lose a keep or two. Like this could be GG, right? They get a kill here, or chain a turn in, or.
This is a really hard space for a red team right now, especially because they're about to go here down. ETC is going to get picked by the Entomb right there. Michael, what's going on?
Oh, the Durant's gonna come out. Toasty Sponge, are they gonna be able to turn this actually? Oh, looks like Coffee kiting Epic Pants. Oh, the shove. Kai stopping the mosh pit, and it looks like Kyle Ferguson is gonna be zoning Cav. Bit of counter synergy there, actually gonna get boot back, but the bot Spider getting so much value with the Siege Giants as well. If that doesn't get dealt with, guys, they're gonna lose their keep here.
And blue team already stepping up, about to pressure mid lane as well. Red team is feeling the pressure. They needed something to happen right there to have a good chance. At this point, they're still down 2.5 levels. It's going to be a while till they get even the chance at an equal talent tier fight. But blue team is already knocking on their doors, already thinking about taking some keeps right here as Cavalier Guest evades another gank. They're running out of time.
Yeah, but mid keep during all of this, while they're clearing out bottom, their mid keeps getting pressured. They're losing their top wall, and the worst part is that they're not going to have 16. The blue team's going to have another turn in after this. Mid keep falling, top keep. If they take a fight here, and you know it's not fast, they're going to lose top keep as well. But it looks like they are going to go in here whereabouts, as well as Epic Pants, the Bless Shield coming out onto the ETC. The Stukov silence as well has just been here all game. Kai Berry's playing out of her mind. King Andrew going to go for the throated, trying to kite out. Coffee wants this kill. Is he going to be able to get it? He's still chasing him down. Not going to be able to. Wow.
So ZaneHyde, correct me if I'm wrong, but a Leoric player can double tap R to drop a failed Entomb, correct?
I believe that is a mechanic that was recently introduced into the game. Oh, wait, no,
I
I'm
get
checking
it.
my notes. It's been there since day one.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, I hope somebody tells Cavalier Guest that, because clearly he's entirely unaware. Maybe that'll change soon as we see blue side going in for the invade on the Bruiser camp. Only 5 gems off of their next turn in. 2 keeps down, 3 keeps down. Hold on, what's Cav doing?
He's inting. He just fed 22 gems. You can get the keep later, man.
You're already wildly ahead as we see Durants of Hatred land onto Coffee, popping his medallion. That's not long for this world, by the way. Currently gone on the PTR. Taras going in for the subdue. Running away, Wailing Arrow, so much stuff on him. Slowing Sand's not going to be enough to save his life, and all of a sudden, blue team, what happened?
Red team needs to boss right now.
Need to boss and turn in, but they're not going to boss.
So this is how you turn this game if you ever find yourself in a situation like this. This is one of the reasons Sylvanas is such a highly contested pick on push-based maps. If you have the ability to get a turn-in and a boss, you can actually end the game in one push, just off of that top lane pressure, off getting a few kills.
If Sylv too, I think that probably would have been their win condition. But I mean, they didn't go for it. They potentially, I mean, they don't have a lot of gems, but they could look to get some. I mean, I feel like they really need to go for a fight here, like a fast fight.
Well, whereabouts kind of 1v5ing. Entomb, yet another whiff from Cavalier Guest. Silence barely lands on a whereabouts. Coffee going in for that chase, and that's a go for the throat to make this a 5v4 as soon as Johanna's back up. Durants of Hatred landing on a Stukov. What's happening here, Michael?
Mosh Pit coming out, and Stukov going to fall 10. They're doing a lot of damage. Kai, Epic Pants, so potentially going to get turned around on, but King Andrew is going to be able to zone. They have bot mid pressure with their spiders, potentially if they get a long drawn out fight here. I mean, no Stukov means they do have the healer advantage, which means if it is a poked fight, their spider's dead in the top lane, and all their pressure is going to get cleared up.
Yeah, just, I have so many questions, so many whys about this, you know. Why is there no boss? Why do we see, it took me a second to remember it. Eye of Horus, why? And I just think that there could have been all this map pressure, there could have been these kills. Hold on a second, Trask actually still going in. Good active reload from Toasty Sponge, hitting Tin, healing him back up. And at the moment, red team has bought a little bit of a lifeline, but it almost feels like delaying the inevitable, down 17-20.
I like them going for a fight here, though. I mean, that's the only way you win is if you win a fight, and it's a 5v4. Cav Guest walking in, giving them, you know, the only fight they kind of really want. Oh, Durant's barely gonna miss there. Porky, though, a bit caught out. Cav Guest does have level 20 Entomb. This could be disastrous. Is he gonna be able to hit it? And it is pretty big. They hit 2 heroes, but he's gonna die. The blood show coming out. The turn. ETC and Mephisto getting blown up, and this looks like an absolute disaster for the red team as they're trying to kite out King Andrew whereabouts as well as Toasty Sponge. If all 3 of them can survive, maybe they can hold the core, but this is going to be a boss. This is probably a game-ending team fight loss.
So this is what we call desperate ground. If anyone's read Sun Tzu's Art of War, this is a situation where you must fight, because if you don't fight, you lose 100% of the time. Those 3 members on the right side have to go and contest boss, because if that boss is captured, the game is over. And just like that, it ends.
Yeah, and at that point, you know, you might be thinking to yourselves, well, ZaneHyde, that's a 3-on-4, that's down 20, and Reddit told me never to take a fight under those circumstances. Well, you know what? If you don't, like Zane said, you just lose. And at this point, this is looking pretty unwinnable from the red team, just short of a miracle to make this work right here, as King Andrew is getting absolutely shredded, finished off by the Chromie auto attacks, and it is not looking good for red side.
Looking rough. Sorry, I took a bite of a granola bar.
How dare you?
Coffee.
That was supposed to be the natural handoff to you, man.
It was good. You know, it was a good handoff. It was good. You know,
what kind of granola bar?
Yeah, what you?
It's a nut bar, Kirkland. But the core falling low, 50%. Boss is at 60%. All right, guys, this is going to be a GG going the way of the blue team.
Nah, they got it. Anybody's game.
Know, it's really hard at this point, you know. But I do think I like that sign of life for them. You know, like I like them going for that fight. It was pretty close. They almost turned it, but Cav had, you know, they're really big in tomb at the end.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Cavalier Guest attempting to redeem himself after, I want to say 7 or 8 missed entombs in a row. You know, obviously still about a 10% success rate throughout the match in aggregate. But hey, he hit one at the end, and so we're going to count that one as a success for now.
I mean, look at his damage, you know, under an ETC. Oof, that's, you know.
And as Reddit has taught all of us well, damage is the most important stat.
It's true. I look at this, and Porky is the best player. He's got the most damage. I mean, like, that is, as a DPS player, you know, that's the way the game works.
Yes, I've been informed by many gold Lunaras in Storm League that the fact that they top damage as Lunara meant that they were the best player in the game. And so that's not really something we can argue with here, I don't think. Easily, I think Porky should at least be top tier CCL material. You know, I think maybe he wouldn't get released 2 weeks after being first pick.
You know, maybe. You know, that was wild. Yeah.
Not that would ever happen, of course. That's a totally fictional situation that I just came up with.
Like the 5-head convinced my team to lose the first 2 games. You know, like I sat, meditated, and I was like, okay, after 2 weeks, Chili Mountain will drop Fury, and then I convinced my team to lose.
Yeah, I mean, that was just big brain as hell. I mean, you pull off absolute thievery in the draft with the trades. You sandbag the first 2 weeks, you pick up Fury, and you've now assembled the pieces of Voltron. I'm ready to see 30K go undefeated the rest of the season.
Here's the especially disgusting thing. He has the most OP team in the entire set, and he's also got the underdog story. How is that possible? It doesn't make sense. He has the most OP setup and the underdog story. Michael, it's one or the other, not both.
I don't know, man. I'm not sure how we got here, but I did a lot of player interviews.
Is that?
I don't know. I just like.
I expected there to be more of a story. Like it was just, oh, I don't know how we got here, but interviews.
Yeah,
and then it just like cut off.
I was thinking, I was reminiscing. All right, you know, I said that, and then I was thinking, I was like, man, it's been. I mean, because it's kind of crazy. Like, I feel like the hot scene has really transformed over the last like 4, 5 months. You know, like I feel like it's been a really cool experience. And I don't know. I was talking about the player interviews, and it just like reminded me that this is like a relatively new thing. Right, like this is CCL season 1, and we're not even to playoffs yet. It's like, I'm so excited for the future. Like 2021, I think is going to be a pretty fucking fun year for HOTS, and like I thought there's just going to be a lot of cool stuff.
I'm sorry, Michael. This is a family-friendly stream. Can you please?
I'm sorry. Is it? Wait, are we actually family friendly?
No, God, no.
I also am good at filtering it because like my family's Mormon, and I don't cuss that much around them. So like, you know, it's just like a button.
No, I feel you. Yeah, but no, speaking of talking about how CCL has impacted the culture of Heroes of the Storm, I can say that I see it from so many different angles, you know, as a person, a prospective player, you know, who got robbed of his pick in the draft, as a caster, as a content creator, as someone with coaching experience. Like I see it from a lot of different angles, and every single one of them is growing. You know, like this is big for the scene in every way. We've got positive growth, positive moves in every way, and the best thing is that it looks sustainable. We already know that they're in talks about season 2. Nothing is concrete yet, but I think that when you have that confidence and when you have an org that's as reputable as Heroes are, then you're moving forward and continuing that into the future. That's something that people know that they can come in and they can take root here. They're not worried about, is it going to be here next week? They've got confidence in it. I'm going to go ahead and alert the players that we're ready. But that's such a big deal because, again, just to continue this a little more, Michael, I remember, not to bring up a bit of a heartbreaker here, but I remember just before we heard the news back in 2018, you were talking about HGC a bit, thinking that we were going to see HGC come back even bigger and stronger and better, and all of a sudden they kind of pulled the rug out on us, so to speak. And I think that when it comes to CCL, we have that confidence, we have that community faith, and that just means so much for every single aspect of the community.
Yeah, I just think it's built in such a sustainable way, you know, because it's like HGC was really cool, but it cost an immense amount of money, right? And like it's just really cool how everyone in the Heroes of the Storm community has been so involved, and it's exciting because we have a lot more control over the direction, right? Like the whole community does. It's more of like, I don't know, like it feels kind of empowering to not have it be in the publisher's hands a bit, right? Because when HGC was ran by Blizzard, like I saw like some of the issues and things that I feel like ultimately led to its demise, and I'd like try to tell people about it, of like feeling like, hey, I think this is not going to work, and it never really felt like you got to someone. I don't know.
Your feedback is just not being heard. It just goes into a void and ceases to exist there.
Even in spite of the
Blizzard, like there's amazing people. Like I have some of like my close friends that work there, and like I think the individuals are good at hearing feedback, but like getting the organization to move, I think, is a very difficult thing because it's so large. And it feels like with CCL, there's so much more flexibility, which I feel like is important. But you know, that's kind of the ramble. We got some bans. We got a Phoenix, Sonya, Medivh, Brightwing. I mean, Alterac Pass. I've actually not casted this in like a competitive setting. Is it AFK? Do people just do the camp every time? Is that what happens?
I mean, it's kind of a dice roll tonight, so, you know, who knows what'll happen. I do want to point out that Junkrat, I know that Cavalier Guest in particular thinks that he's arguably the best hero in the game on this map, or at least has held that opinion, I think, since this map came out. And Junkrat arguably higher priority now than he was at that period of time. I don't know if it'll come down to a pool issue, but I would be a little bit surprised if we didn't see TNA at least attempt to pick it up here in Game 2.
I took another bite of my granola bar. I thought,
no, it's that was for Zane because, you know, like you went and then I went and then it was supposed to be Zane.
Like, he's next in line, you know?
Yeah,
I'm
like
sorry,
there's.
I just saw Tyrael and my brain just had the flashback of when Tyrael got buffed and I played him for 3 months in a row. And it was like the best time of my life. I love Tyrael so much. I'm just reminiscing fondly over scrim blocks.
Okay,
so what do you love about him? What makes him so good?
Tyrael in my eyes is like the epitome of what a tank should be in terms of it should protect your team and enable them to the max. I just love everything about Sanctification. I love Swift Retribution. I love Holy Ground. I love all the ways you get to interact with your teammates' kits and basically make them the best versions of them that they can be.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like Tyrael could honestly have an argument for being put into the support category.
Absolutely.
He has so much utility for his team with the move speed and the shielding and the engage and the... Well, you sound like you disagree. Hold on, what's going on with you, Udall?
It's like... He's not a full-on healer. He's like a pseudo support.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm saying support. Come on, Udall, you're stuck in 2017. We have different roles now. There's a healer category and there's a support category. It's got Zarya, it's got Abathur, it's got Medivh. Get with it, my guy.
I don't know. I still don't think of it that way, but maybe that's madness. I guess Tyrael could be there. Drama? Stream, there's no drama. Chill out.
Yeah, it's okay. Stream, come on. Like, Udall, yeah, Michael Udall can be wrong sometimes, and we don't need to lose our friendship over it.
Tyrael does damage though. Tyrael does giga damage. You know what I'm saying? Like,
are you endorsing auto attack Tyrael? Is that what I'm hearing?
Have you ever seen a Judgment, dude? Judgment's back. Gladiator's medallion's gone. Judgment's back, baby.
It's not gone yet. Hold your horses.
Well, next week or whenever the PTR goes live.
It was all an April Fool's prank. Out of season April Fool's. Hogger's not coming. You thought we were getting Hogger? You thought Medallion was going away? No, we've got it for at least another year.
Okay,
It's all
but
a fever
let's
dream.
talk about how that's actually kind of cool, because hella people were complaining about it, and they made a change. Blizzard's listening, you know? What do we think? Just me? Am I being too optimistic?
I think you're touching on something good there, but I also wonder, that's kind of the idea behind the medallion as a whole, and dear God, I'm already dreading this game. But that's kind of the idea. That's the idea behind Nexus anomalies as a whole, is like, we're going to regularly introduce new things and scrap them or pick them up as we want. But then now I believe that they said in this most recent patch that they're actually kind of scrapping the entire idea of anomalies, and it's not really something they're continuing with. So I'm wondering, does that mean not as much community feedback? Does that, what's taking space of that?
No, I think that's great. I think that's them learning, right? They put medallions in. They had this idea that was Nexus anomalies, right? Their initial idea was medallion. That's what they went with. The community said, hey, we don't like medallion. And they decided, okay, we're not going to do it. And we don't have any idea that we want to replace it with. So maybe we just scrap this idea and try a different tweak or a different change for the game, right? Like the same thing happened with weather effects. Like they tried to implement weather effects. We didn't like it. Like, I think that they'll keep trying, and I think there will be certain things that we like. Does that make sense? Like,
oh, I get you.
It's a matter of time. Like, it's trial and error, and it's like them removing things that aren't working. I think it's good, because I think Medallion was a much better attempt than weather effects.
Oh, absolutely. Right? I mean, you said people. You said we didn't like weather effects. It's not that I didn't like weather. It's that I didn't like attempting to play Heroes of the Storm on an Etch-a-Sketch. As I had about 15 FPS whenever the rain started. I heard that thunder noise, and I knew that just I was going to watch a slideshow for the next few seconds. But anyway, we didn't do it the first time, so let's do it the second time. On the left side here, and I want to say it just because this comp is spicy, we have Tarask playing Tyrael, Kyberries on Uther, Coffee playing that Greymane, and Cavalier Guest on Abathur, and finally rounding it all out, Porky playing that Samuro.
And in the right, the red team, Whereabouts on that Zool Tin playing the Li Ming, Toasty Sponge on the Lucio, Epic Pants playing the Diablo, and King Andrew on the Diablo, and Epic Pants actually going to be pulling Porky in, but Samuro, you know, a sly little bastard, just going to get out. Well,
I'm sorry, Michael, a sly little...
Yeah, a sly little... Dude, I need to figure out how to set up my Go XLR, because I have had it for way too long to not have those buttons set up. You know? It's like, I've had it for months. All right, sorry.
You need a dedicated B-Kid baited button.
Dude, that would, oh my god, see, that's the shit I need. How do I make that?
That's how we do these.
That's the
that would
I
be,
need.
That's the...
I'll just be here. I'm not even gonna talk. I'm just gonna be here with the button just ready, and whenever I think Udall's about to curse, I'm just... I got you, okay?
Honestly, do it.
And we see blue team already on the Knoll camp right here. Coffee and Kai hanging out. Red team not with an equal response, as Li Ming seems to be the only one headed there. And Tin, it's a valiant effort, but you're going to need some backup.
It's actually a really interesting rotation on Altric Pass specifically, because the person who takes the camp second is actually in the advantageous place. Because typically the first camp will push all the way to the towers, it'll die, and then the counter push will actually get more value.
That's yeah, that's good to know. Hopefully they're able to take it out in time, as we see King Andrew using that level 1 executioner to actually take out the camp. They may be a little bit late here. I actually think Coffee maybe could have just hit the wall. I guess he was afraid of topside, but I would have liked to see him just hit the wall there, and they could have probably gotten a whole front wall.
I just love I love the response from Udall. He's like, yeah, that's good to know. I don't know. I don't scrim this map. I don't cast this map. What are you talking about? Epic Pants getting some pressure from the blue team. A lot of damage on him. A lot of minus armor as well while they're at it. Coffee going in. He's going to be all right, though. Lucio and the rest of the red boys coming in to save the day. No kills yet. Knoll's being cleared out by the blue side.
I guess it's like, I gotta make sense, because sometimes I feel like when I take it first, we push more, and sometimes when we push second, because like, I don't know. I think it kind of depends.
I feel
you
like...
want to time it in such a way that they clash, right? Like, that's the biggest point.
Like right before the tower. I just don't know the timing well enough. So like...
It's when you see the camp at your tower wall, or at your keep wall, that's when you want to cap your camp. That's specifically like the best possible timing for it. And then you can also just body block it. Like, it's a lot easier to body block camps to keep them back than it is to body block waves.
Porky got the big pressure on him in bot lane. Woo! Toasty Sponge actually finishing him off. And how do you get ganked as Samuro, my guy?
That's the question I would like answered.
Damage last game. I thought he was the best player. What the hell?
All right, well, it's Chromie being overpowered, okay? Because there's about 3 good Samuro players in North America, and Porky ain't on that list. Coming in at number 1, we got so there's about 0 good Samuro players in North America, and and we see Red Side with the early advantage. Nasmus, I remember him picking it up. I think he actually played it in HGC, didn't he?
I think it would be Nasmus or Zergling. Going into the 2018 HGC season, I was actually like convinced Zergling was the best Samuro in NA, and it was not close. He was playing it virtually every single game because we were so obsessed with Abathur.
Ooh, epic pants on the Diablo, trying to cut out here. CC Porky doing some damage. Tyrael. Level 7 has been achieved for the red team. Abathur trying to soak some of these waves. Cav Guest, you know, being a little that slug life. But Zool gonna get ran down to here. Whereabouts? King Andrew trying to peel. Toasty Sponge gonna be able to get the heal, but CC Porky taking a decent amount of damage. They're gonna look to clear out the camp here.
Alrighty, blue side right now got their level 7s. Everything's all equalized at the moment. Still finding themselves under 10 seconds left to defend their own objective whenever that may get captured again. But at the moment, they're on the offensive as red side comes in for the flank. Backing up a little bit. I think they want to play the long game. With this Abathur Samuro, not so much need to pressure this super hard, super early game. Whereabouts?
Oh, Porky? Torres? Kyle Ferguson going in. Epic pants on the Diablo, taking a decent amount of damage, but Porky getting chunked. Tin said, get off my red tomato. I mean, I guess he's not red tomato skin, but like, you know, Diablo, when he's like red skin, he really just looks like a tomato. Ever think about it?
That's a wonderful observation, Michael. That's nice, dear. Anyway, red side sieging the objective. Abathur actually kind of getting run down in top lane, barely escaping away from whereabouts. Cavguest actually popping his medallion as the slug, and we see another fight break out on the objective. Epic Pants getting absolutely shredded as Coffee goes in. Toasty Sponge similarly in danger. King Andrew getting run down now. The movement speed is immense. Woo! Coffee diving in for the kill.
Wow, Coffee barely gets Rainer there. He used his Gladiator's medallion to run through the slow thing faster. Tyrael Kyra Ferguson is going to be kiting back here, leaning, maybe potentially looking for damage. And it looks like they're just going to give up the objective. Wait, Tyrael?
Jurask is in there, my guy. He's got the medallion. He's going to be okay. Not really sure that that needed to be a situation to occur, as Kyberries takes a little bit of poke damage. Blue team walking away. Epic Pants wants it. He's not quite there. That was spicy.
I mean, you know, medallion down, baby.
We did it. Go home.
GG, we won, boys.
Do you guys like medallion? Are you happy they got rid of it? What do you think?
As a ranged player, it's pretty beneficial for me, but like I want tank players to be happy because there's about 4 of them left. So I think that a change that makes the experience significantly worse for tank players is bad for the game, in my opinion. So I think it's a good thing for it to go away.
My win rate on tank this season, I think, was 30%.
Oh, so about 5% higher than normal?
Yeah, it was insane. Medallion actually pushed it up. No. Like, I actually think I had a 30% win rate on tank. Like, I literally switched roles this season because I could not figure out how to tank with medallions in the game.
Tarask is finding himself hella deep. Blue team almost squandering their level 10 advantage as Kyberries tanked about 5 fort shots. Tarask finding himself out of position. Kyberries forced a divine shield on herself as they're still running away. Epic Pants running in here, still on his mount, gets to go in for the shadow charge and to overpower. Kyberries is not long for this world. She's out. Red side finds himself near a boss. The two sides, 2 members of the blue side dead. What are they going to do with this lead?
Zenting, he went Evo. What is this? I'm sorry, they're gonna go do a boss.
Wait, Zill's dead?
I didn't see that.
It's okay.
Cheaters!
Choice or what?
Do you think Monstrosity makes sense here into the Zool? I feel like it doesn't have too much opportunity to split push the side lanes. They get cleared so fast. What's walk me through your thought process, Udall?
I mean, he has 2 good clone targets. I feel like he should have gone clone, but Epic Pants here actually just dying. B gonna come out. Tyrael, Kyle Ferguson not actually gonna be able to get on point. Didn't have Holy Ground yet. Oh, he's gonna be kiting out.
I thought that you meant that he had gone that he had gone clone, and that was trolling, and you wanted Monstrosity, yeah. And I was like, why? And then I saw that, and I was like, oh, what's actually happening here? Why are we hard trolling like this? I don't know. There's probably a method to the madness. I know Cav, he's really confident in the split push being a huge part of the game in general, especially on this map. Zane, you probably have a greater look in on his insight. What are you thinking here?
I mean, the main reason you take Abathur Samuro is so you can enable the Executioner procs on Samuro at level 16, which means after that point, Abathur exclusively halves. He never clones. You literally just enable your Samuro. That's all you do for the rest of the game, right? So in team fights, he's never going to have the opportunity to be cloning unless the Samuro is dead. And that should not happen because he's the hero called Samuro. He literally just has escapes. That's all he does.
You clone the Samuro and Greymane, right? For split push? Or is that...
Oh, and Zul died again.
I don't think it's necessary.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I guess half probably pushes relatively equally.
New challenge?
It's basically he's basically saying that I'm not going to clone because I'm going to be hatting people instead.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense.
And they kind of need to supplement the healing because Lucio's healing is actually the reason why. Or sorry, not Lucio. Uther's healing is non-existent. Abathur's probably healing more right now. We can actually check the stats.
By the way, guys, I don't know if we noticed, people are dying.
Like team fighting, and I'm like, let's have an interesting macro discussion. But boss is taking in the top lane. Objective is going. I mean, this game is not going that well for the blue team. They're going to be clearing out the boss. They lose their top fort though. They do not actually have Mule on the Abathur, so that is one thing to know. And 20 seconds left for the red team before they may potentially get subjected. CC Porky walking in, looking to stall. Kai Berries, Kyle Ferguson flanking around the bot side. Tyrael, watch him on your screen. And Lucio just instantly going to use the book.
Oh, that pinch holy ground was fantastic.
Zul only now arriving to the fight was on the other side of the map at the very start. Tin finding himself without a lot of mana, trying to get away. Toasty knows he doesn't have that sound barrier. No ults actually available for the red side, as we still see a few available for blue. Epic Fans finds himself very deep into the fight. Tarask also getting bone prisoned. No medallion used yet. Actually pops the sanctification, anti-shield, anti-synergy. Oh. Epic Plants goes back in, but blue team's got to be kicking themselves after some miscommunication right there. Luckily, they do have their healing fountain available for a few taps, and they're going to go back in for round 2.
Yeah, looks like Kyle Ferguson with that Tyrael no sanctification. I should be a bit careful. Epic Pants pushing Kai Berries into the wall. She is going to take a decent amount of damage here. King Andrew, though, needs to be careful in the Rainer. It is going to get blown up. Zul does use the Poison Nova. APOC coming out as well. Greymane getting wallbang. Going to take a lot of damage. Tin trying to kite. Doesn't have dominance. Coffee. Is Coffee going to be able to escape?
Oh, no, he's hella dead.
Be able to run down. Yeah, and Zul on the side, though. 1v3ing. 1v9 King, maybe. Okay, no. He didn't get the W procs. And the... Okay. The Evo died in bot. Never mind.
The dream is dead. F in the chat.
I wanted to join.
Alrighty, well. 1v9 King having about the same success rate as Sidestep Kings as Red Side sieges up onto mid lane here with their objective. And this objective isn't going to last long as we see a little bit of siege happening here. Red looking to step forward here, trying to secure this fort. They know that they're into an Abathur team. They know where the blue side is. They want to get this fort all the way down. No opportunity to mule it back up as Epic Pants goes in for the dive onto Tarask, taking a lot of tower shots. Minus 20 armor. This is not a comfortable situation to be in for the red side.
Yeah, it looks like Tyrael going to be trying to chase him down. Needs to be careful as well, though. Taking a lot of damage from Tin as well as King Andrew. And bot fort during all of this, taking a lot of damage. Samuro, CC Porky going to rotate down there, try and clear it up. And should be able to save the fort here, but Zul potentially looking... Oh,
Cavalier Guest, he's a little far up. Red side might see him. They don't exactly know he's there. He's actually going to dig right on out just in time as Porky gets dived. Will he get ganked again as Samuro gets de-stealthed? Oh, dodges the bone prison deftly with the swap mirror image. Image transmission, that's what I'm looking for here as Epic Pants is taking every tower shot known to man. Red side gets this bottom fort, and that's all 3 down for blue.
Incredibly skillful display there from Porky using one of his 7 buttons that allow him to escape.
Porky diving in some more. I think that we actually saw Shikuchi right there used to go forward and try and get even more aggressive plays. Indeed, that is the case. Blue side currently holding a large experience advantage despite being down so much map control so far.
Big waves in the middle and top lane. Yeah, that's like, they might get level 20 if they catch both those, actually.
So... Remember when I defended Cavalier Guest's Evolved Monstrosity because they were going to go Executioner on some... Yeah, take all that back. These people are chimps.
Jesus. All right, Cavalier Guest backing away. Doesn't want to get murdered by Toasty. What is it? What? Cav, no!
Oh, that's slug.
Use your medallion. Oh,
You messed it up.
He
You
medallion for no reason. Oh no! You have to start the Z to bait them. Oh no, can you start Z and then cancel, or is that a 10-second CD still?
that's a 10-second.
Yeah,
CD.
no, you're right. Ah, but still, that hurt. That hurt my little soul.
You just didn't click the Z, I think.
Ah, because it's a bit longer than a 1-second channel, yeah?
I believe it's 1.5.
So with some dexterous fingers, Toasty Sponge still could have gotten that interrupt as King Andrew manages to tank a meteor over the wall here on the boss defense, and blue side finds himself taking out the top boss. No real chance of red side to come in and intervene as Abathur is coming up from the base now. Blue side's going to have more than enough time to get down to that objective while we see some split push from the boss. Not necessarily threatening a keep yet with still a fort to go through, and this is still anybody's game.
Cav baiting out of his mind. He died and they got 2 bosses. He died? Wait, what?
That's an interpretation.
That's some 5-head shit right there.
Some 5-head. All right, so moving forward here, as blue team 16 seconds taken off of their camp, now moving forward and aggressing onto red side camp, as red side shows 3 members top lane. This is going to be some time off their objective in favor of the blue team. Epic Pants knows he doesn't have the backup he needs as Tin tries for a few stalls. Kaiberries almost gets off her channel, very close. And hold on a second, Porky very, very aggressively forward, stabs the wall a little bit. Epic Pants getting CC'd down. Sound Bearer, he's going to be okay. Deep Sanctification.
I don't know, looks like Epic Pants tapped. May let's go in here. Coffee on the Greymane, maybe a bit of a scary situation. Whereabouts, not actually going to be able to get the root onto him. But they're looking to chase him down. APOC coming out. Epic Pants, the combo. But Kaiberries with the good D-shield and the bot side. Coffee actually getting ran down by 10, but he might be turn around. He does the 2v1. The go for the throw on the top side. The spikes all over the place. Epic Pants trying to kite. He's going to fall. Coffee on the Greymane dies. 2 for 1. An absolute slugfest. Goddamn.
Slugfest? Hold on, wait, no, my sound barrier isn't. Give me a second. I've got a soundboard.
His level 16 talent. I would like everyone to know that he had no overpowering nightmare for the last 2 levels.
Give me a second here. A slugfest?
You know you're lonely when you need one of those.
Pretty good though, actually. That's like an excellent usage.
So you see, Greymane and Li Ming currently dead. Li Ming's coming back up. Still a full level lead in favor of the blue team. Red side though, capping this objective in the late game, and that's going to be sieging onto some keeps. Blue side's got to make a move as Coffee's Greymane is respawning. They get one last shot at defending this. Cavalier gets with the split push top lane. What's going to happen here?
Actually, he got it, the 4, but oh, it looks like a team fight's actually breaking out. Tyrael, Kyle Ferguson falling low, doesn't have sanctification for another 5 seconds. Porky taking a decent amount of damage. Zool looking to trade. Tin barely missing onto Porky, but they're looking for a fight here before level 20, and they're actually gonna be able to secure the objective. And Coffee, Epic Pants, able to get the wombo combo. The Sank.
Coffee, stand to the sect.
The beat. Got the beat.
I know I did not just see Coffee press medallion whilst standing in sanctification. Anyway, this is gonna be
mega wave and bottom is being killed. I just wanted to see red team go for that wave.
This is gonna be a pretty tough push for the red side into level 20 from blue. Hunter's blunderbuss makes defending from Greymane so effective as red side kind of aggressively trying to take this fight down level 20. Porky getting shredded a bit. And not much. Hold on a second. Coffee actually getting caught out. What is happening here? Blue team, let's go. Let's kill some people. You have level 20s. Hit them.
I would like to note that all of Cavgas Evos have died. All right, that's all.
Isn't that kind of the nature of how they work?
Yeah, no, they're not supposed
Because
to die in
all
minion
but the
waves.
last one will die, right?
No. Because you want them to farm minion waves and you like Z them around, right?
Yeah. I mean, like, they shouldn't die that much, but I just mean that's kind of how evolution works. They only get off the map by dying. They all die.
Awful.
We see red side.
I think that was one of the best 19 to 20 fights I've ever seen taken, because they were down sanctification and they were down D-shield, and that's like the entire left side comp. Those 2 buttons.
Ooh, Teras going in right there. Red side does have level 20. Mind you, Coffee getting a lot of poke damage with Hunter's blunderbuss here. as Red Side just kind of walks away. They know they've got a Lucio. Still moving forward aggressively with Porky. Whereabouts very low. Woo!
Oh, Sanctification coming out. B as well. Both teams using a lot of ults. Kai Berry's falling with the big APD shield. APOC follow up though. Zool's gonna die, but they're gonna lose Samuro as well. Porky falling. I don't know if they can actually kill this Diablo. Toasty Sponge though is gonna be the one drawing the attention of Coffee, and he's not gonna be able to get the last auto. Epic Pants peeling, and this might be GG going the way of the red team, and if they're able to get Coffee here. But Redemption. Oh, ooh,
Epic Pants is running in. He's on his mount. Coffee can't get away from this. Oh.
They win. What do you do here? I think you kill the keep and then you bot.
It looks like they're going for the boss play right now. I could conceivably see this being turned into a boss, into bottom siege, and Knowles into mid siege. It feels like this should definitely be game. Alterac core is very scary to a lot of players though, given that it gains 20 armor per keep available. So Red Side right now electing to use this downtime with 4 members of the blue team dead, taking a boss and segueing that right into this last objective, looking to end the game through the riders rather than through a conventional push without them.
It is a difficult end, especially considering the armor, but I think it's also made worse by the fact that they don't have Dusk Raider, the Raider upgrade on Raynor that basically turns his little guy into a second Raider of DPS. Not having that makes it extremely hard for them to end because all their damage is basically the Lee Min Q and the Raynor going pew pew.
I think them not going for end is right.
Yeah.
I think double boss objective is good. I do think they probably should have had their Lucio and Zool cap the objective while the other 3 were doing the boss though. Maybe like I just wonder if they could have put a little bit of damage onto the keep so that it actually.
I think they could have taken the keep for free and then done the double boss because left side team has to respond to the boss while you go to the other one, right?
Yeah, there's no way they can just let it push uncontested. Although Samuro does have a bit of a global, especially with Illusion Masters. We see Porky get gone in on right now. Tarask is right there to help out. Porky getting dissuaded by the boss stun, walking away. Red Side knows that they've got a commanding position at the moment as they still continue to push with this top boss. They're looking for a keep at minimum.
Epic Pants, the bravest Diablo you've ever seen in your life, as he knows there's nothing on the left side that looks scary in the slightest to the giant dinosaur.
Yeah, Coffee on the Greymane. TC Porky actually. APOC coming out. Oh, Sanctification, a good one. Coming out by Kyle Ferguson, actually stopping the APOC. But Epic Pants really just doesn't care. The huge Poison Nova. Are they going to go for the AoE Divine Shield? Kai Berries actually threw it out onto the Greymane. This looks disastrous for the blue team. 2 heroes down. A third potentially falling. Tyrael as well as Greymane looking to get out here. Tyrael, is he going to be able to survive? Kyle, the hat comes out. The APOC. This is actually big. The turnaround Coffee during all of this doing big damage. They may have potentially...
Coffee still looking to make the lone defense here, but into that Lucio self-sustain. However, this core does have 40 armor. Core already getting kind of shredded, needs really good Hunter's Blunderbuss value here. Poking away, and Red Side actually backing off. This is a nearly guaranteed first objective for them. They're just going to go ahead and look to end through the Riders, but Blue has been thrown a lifeline here. One final shot at defending their base, and we'll see what they can do with it. Maybe even a shot at this objective? No, they don't have enough time with the Tyrael to be up. But this could still go any which way. Who knows?
That was such a beautiful team fight to watch. The APOC immediately responded by Sanctification, responded by Sound Barrier, responded to by the Poison Nova. Like all the big ults just chained off each other. It was so pretty to watch.
Well done.
I just wish we had seen a bit of the AoE Divine Shield. Going on to the Greymane a little bit, who found himself kind of off to the side. Not really with the rest of the team, not able to get that benefit of multiple members with the invulnerable status. I wonder if we had seen that, what could have gone a little bit differently right there? If Tyrael hadn't staggered a little bit. I think it would have been fantastic
if she used the Divine Shield right at the very end of the Sanctification, because they would have been clumped either way.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, with Holy Arena, that's 4 seconds of invulnerability, I believe. Yeah, 4 seconds of invulnerability, chain it into a Divine Shield, which is another 4 seconds on all targets. You're looking at 8 seconds of an unkillable team all up in your grill. I think that's a nearly unbeatable team fight when you're allowed to pull it off.
Oh, Diablo going for the Hellgate, not actually gonna be able to get it. CC Porky on the Samuro, taking a decent amount of damage. Coffee been doing a lot of damage here. Sanctification going out. Are they gonna be able to get kills off this beat? Gonna follow it up, and Zool gonna walk in, looking for the Poison Nova. Maybe potentially be able to get a big 3-man Divine Shield. Tyrael falling low, trying to kite out potentially. They may need to defend their base, but King Andrew, that's 2 heroes dead for the side of the blue team. This should be the defense they're able to make. They need Coffee to get out though. Epic Plants, if they can get Diablo souls as well, that'll be big for the future. Greymane going in and they're gonna kill him, but their base.
Morky's on his way back to base. I think this core is gonna be okay. We do have, we do not have a mule on Abathur actually, which wouldn't do too much here. The core does naturally regenerate on this map, as it looks like blue side defending their core at the moment. Tin and Toasty Sponge doing their best. Diablo running back from the base. Blue with the valiant defense. I don't think there's enough from red side. Just 3,000 more damage. Oh
my god!
The core has sick mechanics as it dodges the leaving combo. And blue side all of a sudden finds themselves with yet another opportunity. This is going to be a huge stagger from Tin if blue side can manage to pick him up. Epic Pants coming in for the peel on the CC Porky yet again, but he's now the kill target.
Yeah, this Diablo is killable. If they chain kills here, they may actually have a win condition at this point. 10 very low as well. CC Porky trying to get him, not going to be able to. And Epic Pants on the Diablo is going to be the target in their sights, and Kai Berries with the double stun, and Diablo is now dead for 60 seconds, and Bot Boss just spawned. They may potentially be able to go double boss here, which could give them enough space to actually potentially win this game. Oh my, what a comeback. Well, I mean, they haven't finished it, but like, they might be able to do it.
Red team should just run down mid right now and go straight to enemy core. I think they could actually pull it off in time with no armor on the core. That is a very squishy body when you're at level 23.
Absolutely, and I mean, it does not look like they're going for that. Instead, opting for top boss when it respawns in 11 whole seconds. I gotta say, taking another shot at this when your Diablo still has 26 seconds left and only has 2 souls when he respawns, not a very tanky body, into a team that you know is looking to kill him. This feels...
They don't know.
Oh,
they have no idea.
They're trying to end. They're trying to counter end.
They're not going to be able to. There's too much armor on the
40
core.
40 armor on the core.
And they'll be able to back.
And it's not like they have double Greymane.
Oh, wait.
There's no way they race this out. Diablo going back to base to assist in the defense.
I think blue team might win. They have Holy Ground.
Holy Arena, that's plus 25% damage on all members of the blue team. Already starting to shred the core here. 15,000 left.
Design.
4 members of T-Shield.
What?
Oh, do they have it? They got it. They got it.
Win these?
Michael was right.
Wow.
Wow.
What a macro play. They just go. They don't go for the double boss. They just go for the, we got the Tyrael, we got the D-Shield. I mean, really well executed by them. Like ZaneHyde said earlier, I feel like the team fights were played out really well by both teams. Coffee, you know, top damage, but really, I think he was doing a lot of the heavy lifting for the blue team when it did come to that damage, especially post level 20. I mean, almost 20,000 above the Leeming, the next closest. And if he doesn't do that damage, I think they would have been in a really difficult spot. So I was really impressed by his Greymane in that game.
I mean, that was just nuts. You know, I didn't think they had it. Zane didn't think they had it. But, you know, Udall, just years of experience competitively on Alterac Pass. This is a map where he's very comfortable. Udall often calls himself the expert of Alterac Pass. He was particularly excited at the prospect of playing this map in HGC 2019, and we can see why. He really knows the stuff right here, on point with those boss timers. Kai Berries has informed me in the DMs that, quote, "We are a bunch of dirty thieves," presumably for stealing that victory, as TNA turns this into a surprising 2-0 advantage. Well, no, that's actually the series. It's a best of 3. That's over. Yeah, I thought there was another game. I'm so used to CCL. My overlay literally still says best of 5, but that's the series.
Time for an MS Paint adjustment on your overlay.
What the hell? We're done?
That was way too soon. I want to watch more HOTS.
Oh, man.
Can we find the nice gold game to spectate?
Dude, yes. I love... In League, you used to just be able to, like, even in League and in Dota, you can just, like, spectate ladder games being played, and I would absolutely...
I love watching top streamers just spectate broads in Dota.
Yes.
It's so funny.
There's this channel that that broadcasts the lowest MMR games being played, like, literally, like, the minimum, the absolute lowest that's being played at the moment, called Salty Timo, and it's just beautiful. Like, I'm talking Bronze 5, 0 points... duking it out for the glory. Everybody hates each other. Nobody's good. It's amazing. And I wish we had that.
I'm gonna ask Kai if she wants to do a winner's interview.
Dude, bring her in here. We need that content, baby.
Dude, I love winners interviews and stuff. People never wanted to do them. She said, "Oh Jesus, I'll call you on Discord."
I'll add her really quick.
She said, "Ask Porky, he's smarter." Should we ask Porky?
No, let's get Kai in here. Let's get them both in here. Let's see. Add friends to DM.
Just get the entire team except for Cav.
Mokri already called you.
Yep, I'm calling them both right now. Oh, whoops.
He joined and Mokri died.
No, I'm back. We're good.
I get the call from you guys, and then I get a separate call from Mockery.
Yeah, no, I'm just actually a boomer when it comes to using Discord.
Yeah.
Big boomer value.
Huge boomer value.
Welcome. You know, that last game really went down to the wire. You guys had that great shot call at the end. I mean, just walk me through, like, what's going through your brain? I mean, you have no keeps. That's like a pretty difficult situation. And to be able to pull it back, you know, it takes a lot of, you know, mental fortitude. Like, what was going on in the team comms?
Yeah, so what we were thinking, we got the kill on Diablo mid. I was looking at what Kyle said the bot boss was up. I'm like, okay, we just have to bot boss. And then they're probably gonna trade. They're probably gonna trade and do top boss, right? So that means we have to go core. Like, I did the core call, and then like, Cav was the one who explained like how we should do it. Like, we should line up the Sanct and then the AoE shield immediately after. Like, that's like what the comp wants to do, right? Like, we should be, ideally in team fights, we should be doing that, not just like when we're core racing. We should be grouping up on the Sanct and then using the AoE shield after.
Yeah, the AoE shield getting like 4 targets. And I gotta say, Porky, you know, Zane and I, we didn't think it was possible to end the game for a second there. And you really showed that a lot of things that we previously thought impossible can actually be done, like dying to ganks in the early game as Samuro. You really are a pioneer of the craft, and I just want to say, are we going to see more? You're clearly top 5 Samuro NA. Are we going to see more of this?
Are there 5 Samuro players in NA?
That's why you're top 5.
Okay, thanks. Maybe I'll pull out the Porky Samuro again.
So Kai, I would like to ask you, I mean, because you had a couple really big D shields in that game, like multiple, like 3 or 4. Were those normally set up kind of like Porky was saying, or kind of in the moment where you just ready? I mean, because I felt like it turned the fight a lot of times. Like you would do it to absolutely cancel the APOC. It was really, really well done.
That was the plan for the comp, to especially for Coffee, but to cancel D shield, or to cancel APOC, or to cancel the Poison Nova.
Yeah.
I guess it was just in the moment. It wasn't called. It was just, those were the things.
So there were no comms. There was no there was no huge shield. Oh my god! Go!
I kind of yelled D shield a couple times, but
there were a couple, but it was usually already happening. Like we got a Poison Nova in the top lane when we were losing that keep, and he was like D shield, and I was literally pressing the button at that time because I was waiting for the sound of the Poison Nova.
That was the bottom left fight. That was so beautiful to watch because I saw the Greymane leap in adjacent to the Tyrael and Samuro, and then immediately the D shield hit, and I was like, oh, she just got very lucky. But that was so pretty to watch.
Lucky, that's skill, baby.
Yeah, there was zero luck involved.
Lucky, not actually lucky. It's
the right
it's
position.
level 5 math,
Probably
man.
lucky. Probably lucky,
Well,
yeah.
She did it like 4 times that game. What do you mean luck?
Yeah, did she just get lucky 4 times?
No,
She hit
1 out of 4.
4 minute like D shields. It's fire. I love it. Okay, so Coffee, I'd be curious to hear you guys out, because I feel like you did a lot of damage in that last game. Like, was that kind of the plan? I mean, Cav didn't go evolution. He went monstrosity. Was that, you know, like, was that the plan, kind of going into it for the macro pressure?
Not really. Here at level 10, he's like, oh crap, I misclicked. And I'm like, what'd you misclick? I thought, because I was like, running at Zool top lane, I was like, oh, he just misclicked Pat, and then I see monstrosity. I'm like, Cav, are you okay?
Yeah, so Zane
That
was
explains
going
why I
into
died
it.
so much.
Yeah, Zane was talking about why the monstrosity pick made sense, and how because Abathur was going to pick a certain 16 with the slow on the W, that it was going to be so good, and then that just didn't happen.
Drafted those heroes as well. They have the Samuro crit and they have the Abathur proc. That's insane value. That neither of you went those talents, and I'm like, I'm just going to be sitting here talking, guys.
I think that was the plan, and then they heard your casting and they didn't want you to be right, so they changed it based on that to make you look like an idiot.
Hey, they don't have to do that much work to make me look
good.
Do we have any other kind of final questions for them, Kai, Porky, or Zane, Mokri? Do we have any other kind of final questions?
I was just gonna ask Kai, why that level 7? Because there's always like this really big toss-up between going for the cleanse or going for the armor. So I was just curious as to your thought process.
Oh, I love Uther's cleanse, and I always take it because I think it's a really great cleanse with the cooldown reduction, and I think I get pretty decent value out of it, getting off the bone prisons.
You definitely did.
So I love that cleanse every time.
Yeah, and I gotta say, the Unstoppables were so crisp. I mean, you guys clearly love pressing those buttons. Coffee actually loves it so much, even hitting his medallion whilst already in a sanctification. It's clear the kind of mindset you guys have, as it seemed. All right, to round this out, I believe that was all of our last questions. Do y'all have any shout-outs before we turn this out?
Do you want to go first, Kai?
Shout out to you guys for casting. Thank you. That's so nice to take your time to cast our little team. I'm sure the enemy team was terrified when they saw the lobby and the casters are all grandmasters. A little intimidating, but thank you for your time.
I'll be sending the invoice out later tonight, Kai Berries.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wait, those are Paul games. Thank you for.
Yeah, thank you.
That last game was insane. But Porky.
So shout outs to you guys obviously for casting. I'm looking forward to watching the VOD and getting my Samuro hella flamed. But besides that,
as if we would never.
I've never seen Mockery flame me in my entire life. I'll shout out my Twitch, twitch.tv/ttporky. I'm streaming like late nights, Fridays and Saturdays pretty consistently now. So if you want to watch me grind some late night SL, that's where you can find me.
If you want to find some salty grandmasters, that is the place to be, by the way.
Exactly.
Wait, you said grandmasters? And we're talking about Porky?
Sorry. High diamond players.
Gotcha. Okay.
Are you talking about yourself, Zane? What the hell?
Yes, I am talking about myself. I'm in your chat like every week.
Kai streams on Twitch as well. Wait, Kai, did you not? Isn't it Twitch? Yeah, plug your Twitch, plug your Twitters, guys.
Don't look at it, please.
TV/Kai Berries, guys. She's awesome. She does cosplay sometimes. She gets some high quality Fridays girl gank squad. You know, it's lots of good content.
Yeah, if you're really looking for that high level grandmaster content, that is not the place that you will find it, but you can catch those Uther cleanses.
Hey.
Hog.
Appreciate you both. Thank you guys for doing the interviews, and thank you for the great games. That was so fun. I mean, I had a lot of fun casting. Like, I felt like both the games were pretty back and forth. It's like that second game. Oh, you guys, thieves in the night. You stole it out from under them.
It was
They're
pretty
thieves.
fun.
Yeah, according to Kai Berries, I'll read it again word for word. We are a bunch of dirty thieves. After managing to steal
robbery.
that game too.
Should be illegal what we did.
It is.
I think it is actually, yeah.
That's why we're complaining.
Yes, we will be filing an official report as to why monstrosity was picked in this game.
Monkey Christ.
Did ZaneHyde for like 5 minutes? Is like,
he's like, guys, I swear
it makes sense. It all lines up. They don't pick any of the talents. I'm still here existing. It's a bad time.
All right, y'all did great tonight. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for providing this wonderful gameplay. Y'all followed the script perfectly. Y'all have a good night, and we'll see y'all later.
Okay, later.
Guys, thanks for letting me cast. Thanks for the invite. Shout out Greffer.
Yeah, shout out Greffer, dude. Like, I was just chilling, playing like Jedi Fallen Order. My brain is like rotting, leaking out of my ears. And he's like, dude, do some content. And I'm like, get some content for me. And he's like, all right, I'll go hit up Zane. I'll hit up like Michael. Let's get it going. And I was like, dude, hell yeah. And so honestly, like, Greffer is the puppet master of the Heroes of the Storm scene, behind the scenes, shifting everything around, making this happen. Huge shout out.
Yeah, Greffer, God. And if anyone wants to check out either of you guys, where can they find you? Mokri and Zane. I mean, you guys got Twitch, Twitter, YouTube.
Alrighty, I'll start off first. Zane, get out of here. I am Mokri.
I always butcher your name.
I know some people struggle with that. Udall's actually featured in my latest video for that reason. But anyway, I'm Mokri. You can find me Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Mokri TV. You can even find me on Heroes Hearth. I post on there. You can find me just on Mokri. We out here posting Tracer content. We out here casting, analyzing, whatever you want in the hot scene. You want rumbly voiceover, I got you. All right. Where can we find you, Zane?
I would shout out my own stuff, but the main thing that I'm doing right now is actually the Nexus Schoolhouse. If any of you guys are looking for competitive HOTS knowledge or just want to up your game, patreon.com/Nexus Schoolhouse. We publish guides, we publish starter builds, we publish videos every day. I do a lot of work to make sure it runs, and Cav just sits there and puts his feet up really comfortably. It's great.
The way you said it, it sounded like you had a G Fuel code at the end or something. If you want to up your game, use code NSH at G Fuel.
Speaking of NSH, the Twitter is actually NSH_heroes. Thank you, Mokri.
I got
for
you,
reminding me.
So we got to us though, Michael. What about you? Where can people who've never heard of you find you? All three of them.
Implying people haven't heard of Michael. How dare you insult this man?
No, that's not. There's hella people. My Twitter is Michael_Udall. Also, I started an esports org, which is just 30k org everywhere. We got a website. So if you go to just 30korg.com, bada bing, bada boom, you guys can all check out our website. And it's the new stuff. Also,
that's
I do YouTube
30k. Don't be going out here spelling out 30k. That's 30k, yes. 30k org.
30k org pog. But appreciate you guys. Yo, we should do this again. This was so fun to cast. I mean, if you guys ever want to cast again, hit me up. That free content, I'm always looking to cast. And that was like pretty fucking memey and fun.
Hell
like,
yeah.
I had a good old time. All right, later, homies.
I had a blast. I'll see y'all later.
GG's, folks.
Screw those guys. Am I right, guys?
Right.
Oh, I'll see you later, Zane.
Swearing at people.
See you later,
man,
bud.
that Zane guy, he's fucking awful.
All right, yo. I had a good time just hanging out, vibing. Wasn't planning on streaming super long today. This is off of schedule, and I do have some YouTube content that I need to post and things that I need to do around the house, or else I would keep going. Thank you very much for being here, all of you. I appreciate each and every one of you, especially Greffer for making this all happen. You all are huge, and I appreciate your lovely words of wisdom and kindness. Let me go see who else is live right now.
Good one.
It looks like it looks like Kyle Ferguson is actually going back over the VOD. He's having a good time. I see a big smile on his face. I'm gonna send y'all to Kyle Ferguson, part of the winning team, TNA, from just now. All right, y'all. Everybody, y'all have a fantastic night. Love you all. Mwah. See you soon.